Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of Monster Trading. And today I'm gonna be showing you where I draw my support and resistance levels, my supply and demand zones on USD JPY based off the daily and 4 hour time frame. And we're gonna be doing this for the weekly setups for this August 7th to August 11th, 2023. And like I said, support and resistance levels are very important. They help tell you whether if you should get in a trade, if you should get in out of a trade, if that area is respected, if that area is broken, if that area is support, if that area is resistance. You always want to look at these levels and brace yourself for a move to be able to make money, right? So let's go ahead and dive straight into it. And like I said, I'm doing this for USD JPY. Once again, USD JPY is my favorite pair to trade. I've been trading it for some years, but one thing that I always do is draw my support and resistance levels so I can know for which areas to look for major opportunities. So a lot of you guys like to use the candle chart. Once again, I like to use the line chart. So let's go ahead and let's look at it from a candle standpoint. But like I said, I like sharp accuracy. So I like to use the line chart to make sure that it's getting touched on all areas. So like I said, I break it down into the line chart. As you can see, we're on the daily time frame, and we're gonna use our horizontal lines to create these areas. And I already see a major area that could be support and resistance for the daily time frame, and it's right here. As I look, it's how many touches, and then let me go ahead and shut off the touches so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's based off how many times this area touches this line, both on a resistance side and a support side, right? It has to be both. It can't just be support, and it can't just be all resistance. I wanted to see it to be able to be both support and resistance, consider that a major area of support and resistance. And as I look at this daily support and resistance level, which is right here at 137.827, what did the market do? Let's go ahead and even look at it from the candle standpoint. It came up, it tested it, it respected it. So this was what? It was your ceiling. It was your resistance. So resistance once, resistance twice, resistance a third time, resistance a fourth time. So it came up to this area 4 times and we respected it. So that area would have been a great opportunity for sales, right? And then it became what? Support. Support once, support twice. So that is a perfect area for like support and resistance levels for my daily time frame. So I definitely will mark that off. Now let's go ahead and find another area. I like this area as well. It's support, and like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be directly on the line, but as you can get a good indication of where that support area is. This is the area of support. That's the area of support, and this was the area of resistance. Came down, came up, and respected it. So I would consider that a support and resistance level. And let me see if I can find another one. And like I said, do the obvious areas. You don't have to be like forced. Don't try to force it, because when you try to force it, it's not accurate. This is another area. Resistance, 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 support. So that's about 5 touches. That's more than enough touches to consider that a support and resistance level, right? So let's do one more daily time frame support and resistance level. I would consider this also a support and resistance level. Came down, respected it. It was support. Broke through, became resistance, right? Support again, support again. It was support so many times. That would have been a great area for what? Buy opportunities, right? Especially right here. And this is another way you could just use support and resistance to make good trades. This would have been a perfect area because it broke market structure. I see a candle reverse pattern. and it's creating what? New what? Higher lows, right? And then my MA line was over this, so this would have been a good buy area. I probably would have threw my Fibonacci retracement level out around right here, just to get a good indication of where my take profit would have been. And it came all the way up to take profit. That's a lot of pips coming from entering right here at 131 all the way up to 141. But mind you, this is off the daily time frame, so you know, it's just showing you how support could be a great indicator of confluence of building your cases on entering these trades. So let's break it down to the 4-hour time frame now. And with my 4-hour time frame, I like to use a green horizontal line, this color right here. So let's go ahead and break it back out into the line chart, and let's look for these areas. I already see an area right here. It's so clear, it's crazy. It came down, support. Support. Came back up with resistance. Came again and with support. So this would have been the area that I considered a great support and resistance level based off the 4-hour time frame. And in my honest opinion, the higher time frames, the more effective that area is. So of course, these areas are not going to be strong as the daily support and resistance areas. I want to find one that's like obvious. I always try to make it obvious. Don't ever try to force it, because if you try to force it, it's not going to be a good area. Let me see. I like to find areas with a lot of touches. Okay, this is a touch 4 times. I would consider that an area. And this will be my last support and resistance area right here, because it kind of reacted right here. It was a resistance twice, support, resistance. It touched on both sides, so I would consider that an area. And maybe right here, I would throw another one right here. And why did I throw one right here? Because it was support, and it was also resistance. So those would have been my setup for my support and resistance area for August 7th through the 11th. So always look at these areas for major changes. That's how I would have set it up. And let me go ahead and do my supply and demand zones real quick. In supply and demand zones, I draw my areas where market does a drastic change. I like to use the rectangle. I would have considered this an area right here, because market came right here to this point at 137.827 and did a major uptrend. Because mind you, market structure based off this daily time frame is in an uptrend counter trend, so it countered right here. You know, it went back up into a respectable uptrend right here at this area. So this is a big area where if market comes down to, you can expect a big change. And when I do my supply and demand zones, I try to draw about 2 or 3 max. I don't try to get too crazy with that. It's just obvious areas, guys. You don't have to get crazy with it. This would have been another area right here, based off the 4-hour time frame. Came right here, did a major uptrend. Right.
The YouTube music app lets you discover undiscovered songs and humble brag that you heard it first.
Even if you look in the past, what was this? This was it's directly on the support and resistance level, 4-hour support and resistance level. So that's double confirmation of like maybe entering a buy or a confluence that you could look for when you're trading. And like I said, I like to keep it obvious. I don't get too crazy with it. And a lot of these supply and demand zone areas are support and resistance areas as well. So I'll draw another one right here. This is another area. So I would call these supply zones, supply support, whatever. And that's how you can use supply and demand, support and resistance to help with analytics. As of right now, market structure is in the uptrend, so I would be looking for buys. So at these areas, I would have been looking for buys. I would have been looking for my bullish engulfing patterns, and I would have entered. Here goes another bullish engulfing pattern entry, another bullish engulfing pattern for an entry. And just a quick example of how I use supply and demand zone, support and resistance. I don't usually use it too much for the hourly time frame, especially with this pair, because it get real tricky. Sometimes it's too much noise, so you just want to zoom out and get the obvious areas like the 4-hour and the daily. So as of right now, we just got to see what's going to happen. Right now, I say the buyers are still in control, even though the ADX doesn't say that. But sometimes you don't always have to pay attention to the ADX. Remember that. Go ahead and close that out. Right now, market structure based off this 4-hour time frame is in the uptrend, counter trend. So look for your price reversal zones. See how it reacts to these areas. I say about right there. It's at 38.2, so we're gonna see how it reacts to this 38.2 right here. It's a support and resistance up the 4-hour time frame. If it does a bullish engulfing pattern, I'll probably enter a buy round right here, so I can keep you guys up to date. And that's just a quick example of how I use support and resistance to help my confluence for trading. And keep on tuning in. I'm gonna try to drop as much knowledge as possible. And thank you for subscribing to Monster Trading. See you guys.